that shit's embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's embarrassing to even mention. So
I feel like you were not here long ago, and I feel
Yep.
like you and I have both lived a lifetime in between the time you were here last time to the time now. And so we had to sit back down and hash all out what's been going on with each of us.
Yeah, let's have some fun, man.
Bro, you've been on quite the journey.
Oh, bro, it's been a ride. It's been fun.
Where do we start?
Shit.
Do we go back to that night? Where do we go?
Oh my God, man.
So you and I linked up and we became tight pretty quick.
Yeah.
We fucking sat down. We met for the first time. It was just gonna be a quick little breakfast meeting.
It was not a quick breakfast.
No,
it was like 4 hours.
Yeah, that shit was 4 hours later. Fucking many laughs afterwards. Then we started doing a little coffee with Cricchi videos and that. And every time, my wife hates when we get on the phone because what's going to be a very quick call ends up being 45 minutes.
I talk a lot too, so that helps.
It's hard. You got to get in. You got to find the angles with you where to get in on the conversation.
Yeah.
But dude, we did that, man. And then you had a really big show coming up. You were opening up for platinum recording artist Merkules,
Big Merc,
White
man.
Boy on
Shout out to Merkules.
White Boy on Death Row.
Yeah.
And I was blessed with the opportunity. Me and Jason were able to kind of come backstage and see you prepare for the show. See you get ready. We got to meet Careless, the guy that does all your merch and everything.
Evan loved that guy.
And
shout out to Careless.
You know, we had Amy, we had Jay Klein, we had the Redemption crew out there representing for you and stuff like that. And so let's kind of go back to that night.
Okay.
I'll lay the scene. We're in Come and Take It Live, Austin, Texas. And to my knowledge, is that the biggest show you had done thus far?
So that was the biggest show I had my own set on. I opened for Currency and Stove God.
Okay.
But it was Birds, my engineer.
Mm-hmm.
He signed Baby Grand, so he had that spot and basically just let me do a song in the middle of that. So like 1,100 to 1,300 people was the biggest crowd, but that was the biggest show I'd ever done where it was like introducing Cricchi, like here's your set, and I had like a full me time kind of thing on stage. Yeah.
Right. And so I remember having a conversation with you, and you and I are on these kind of cool trajectories and pursuing passions and all that. But I remember telling you, I was like, very, very much so, like I'm living vicariously through you right now because I grew up a tremendous hip hop head, love rap, just music in general. And so to see a rapper and then someone who I've grown to love very quickly get this opportunity to go up and do that and to be part of it and behind the scenes and shit like that, it was cool as hell for me.
Yeah.
So what is it like for you? Like you leave your family that night, you show up to the venue, and boom, we're here.
Yeah, and man, the story gets so crazy. So this is actually the first time that I've like slowed down to relive it, right? Like I that night happened, all the other stuff happened, and I've just been trying to keep the momentum going. So like the energy's been high, the work ethic and focus has been like tunnel vision. So yeah, I think that night, for me, I was one, excited to meet Merk. We had worked together. I'd listened to his music since one of his first ever remixes came out, like the Panda remix, was how I ended up finding him. And it was just crazy. It was kind of surreal moment, if that makes sense. And so I kind of just went in there with the mindset of like, this isn't one of those nights where I'm going to go out there and I'm going to be the center of attention and like give the best show. And like, this is one of those nights where like I need to learn, I need to watch, I need to learn, I need to figure out like what I can do better. And my main goal that night was to find more opportunity that lied within that, opportunity that I was currently going through.
Right. I remember, dude, it was cool watching you, so we're getting ready for that night, and then bam, the fucking storm hits. The power goes out. Yeah. So now we're walking around like fuck. So that gave us some time to go around and kind of shoot some content. We got some interviews with some of the other guys that were there with you. Like everybody you had with you was incredible people.
Thanks.
Definitely people I would keep around me as well.
The small team, man. A good one though.
Right. And so we kind of were maneuvering around, Come and Take It Live, and then it took a couple hours for the power to actually come back on. Yeah. And so it was like this weird little roller coaster where it's like we're getting set up for this show and it's like, oh shit, this stuff might not
Bro,
happen.
That was not a light storm either.
We
were getting tacos and I literally looked at the sky and was like,
this shit's about to be bad.
I think it's about a tornado. Like I think there's about to be a tornado or at least a really bad storm.
Right. And then we get the word that you're going back on, everything's good. And so the first opener goes up, and then then I got to watch you kind of dial in. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
took it from laughy, jokey a little bit to like locked in. I see you doing push-ups. You know,
Yeah.
and we did the prayer, and we saw you all the way till you go up on stage.
Yeah.
Now, as an artist going up on stage, to know you're doing, it's not your biggest show of people, but you know,
Yeah.
with the artist and everything like that. What's the nerves like? What do you feel like? Are you excited?
That's what the push-ups are for. It gets rid of the anxiety. Like every time I start getting anxiety, I just drop and I'll start doing push-ups. And it always, literally always get, like, if you just go until you're tired, by the time you stand up, you forgot what you were anxious about.
And that's nothing new for you. You didn't do that for the cameras.
No, I do that all the time.
I've seen footage of you doing that before.
Yeah, I do that all the time. We could be in a random, like, I've gone to the movie theater and like gone into the middle of the aisle and cranked them, because I like, the PTSD shit is real, and when you're in situations where you feel like something bad could happen, my mind starts to go all types of places, and that's just how I get out of it. Like, drop down and hit these push-ups till my face turns red, and that's it, you know.
So I'll let you take it from here, but you hit the show, and then things just kind of went for you from there.
Yeah, it was. So I want to say that was my intention, but it wasn't. Like, my intention was just go in there and be myself and do everything that I could to continue furthering along my career in music. And so I walked on the stage with all intentions of giving them the best show, not knowing who was watching my set, not knowing who was seeing what, and gave them a hell of a show. I felt like there was a lot of energy, reciprocated energy, right, between me and the crowd. And so, you know, fast forward a little bit, get off stage. We were filming the video the whole time. Like,
I don't mean to stop you
good.
as you're catching your flow, but being in the crowd, I was bouncing back and forth between backstage and in the crowd, and I've been to many rap shows.
Yeah.
Openers don't usually get love.
Yeah.
Openers, you don't usually have fans sitting there singing the words to their songs or fucking with them.
Yeah.
But I watched, bro. You came out with energy. You grabbed everybody's attention from go.
Yeah.
And then, bro, you held it the entire time. It was incredible.
Thank you, man. The people singing my lyrics thing, due to the moment, I wasn't able to fully, like, if it was my own personal show and, like, we had a moment for me to stop and, like, get emotional, that would have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I seeing somebody sing my lyrics, you know, that I don't know. I've never met this person in my life, and they know my songs, and then they come up to you afterwards and they're like, hey, man, like, you know, I had been drinking for da-da-da-da-da, and I heard this song, and, you know, it really kind of made me look at things a different way, and I wanted you to know that I haven't been drinking for the past, you know, X amount of days due to, like, this stuff. And it's like, bro, that's, like, put $1 million in my hand or ask me if I want to save another person, and I'm going to turn down that $1 million every single time. And It's just like, bro, that shit, that's the stuff that hits, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's the stuff that hits.
That's good shit.
Yeah, man.
So where'd it go from there?
So got off stage, went back, signed a bunch of stuff, sold a good amount of merch, had a great night. It was overall a great night. And then Merkules, being the real motherfucker that he is, stayed after the show, right, to talk to everybody. And, you know, I kind of wandered around his bus a few times just trying to get conversation and see, you know, what could come of it. And so at the end of the show, I ended up just kind of staying, packing up merch pretty slow and just, you know, waiting to talk to him. So when I finally got the opportunity to talk to him, we were talking, and I don't know if he'll watch this, but if he does, I want him to know how powerful this moment was. There was a moment he was on stage where, you know, in the rap game, people laugh at shit like the shit that he said, where he was like, there was a time where I was sleeping on my wife's couch, you know, and wasn't making any money, and I was just chasing music, and his wife was carrying the financial burden and, like, just kept telling him, like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And, like, as a man going through that at the time, it was like, that shit's embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's embarrassing to even mention. So when I heard him say that on stage, bro, it, like, grabbed me by my shirt and just, like, let me know, like, it's okay. Like, you're doing what you're supposed to do. So anyway, I went up to him after the show, and I just got real with him, and I was like, bro, look, like, I've told you a bunch of shit about how you saved my life previously, like with music, and you know, your music really touched my soul and changed a lot about how I was living back in the day. I was like, but I want you to know, like, that shit you said on stage hit my heart, bro. Like, I need this to work. Like, you know, and he basically just said, like, hey, if there's anything I can do for you, you know, let me know, brother. I love you. If there's anything I can do, let me know. And I looked him in his face and I was like, Merk, bro, any opportunity, like, would be appreciated. And I'm not asking you to stick your neck out there. I'm not, just like, point me in the right direction and I will not make you look bad. You know what I mean? Right. And bro looked me straight in my face and was like, pull up to any city. I'll put you on a show. And I was like, any city? He was like, yeah. I was like, all of them? He was like, yeah. I was like, bro, all right. Like, I'm going to figure it out. So he gave me his phone number. I texted him, and I was like, bro, are you serious about this? Because if you're for real, like, I'm going to go figure out how to get all this money together, get a rental car, and hit the road.
Right.
Turns out he was dead-ass serious.
Right.
I was like, shit, bro. So I'm scrambling. Mind you, there's only 24 hours between that night
and when they're leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, I left that show, went home to my kids and my wife, told my wife, like, look, like, he said I could go on tour with him. Like, you know, what do we do? And my wife, being the supportive person she is, you know, it's like, all right, well, we'll figure it out. We'll get you a rental car. We'll pack up your merch. Like, how much merch do you have? How much money can you make off merch? How much weight can you carry? How much weight can I carry? And, dude, I within a day's time, it was probably about 12 hours, I was in a rental car. I had got a rental car from the Austin airport and hit the road, dude.
And I was blessed to be able to be talking with you this whole time as this is going on. And so the high that you had as I left the show that night, you were sticking around. You were kind of thinking it may be happening. It was at the point where you were trying to kind of get around.
Hopes.
Yeah, you were trying to get around Merkules, and you know what I mean, like that. And I knew where your head was, but shout out to your wife, because for those that don't, you know, anybody that's tapped in with you knows you're a very proud father.
Yeah.
2 kids, one very, you know, both small, one very, very small.
Little baby girl.
And so your wife is she's a fucking soldier, dude.
Oh my
she's
God,
a badass.
Dude. My mom too. My mom
stayed
stayed home and watched the kids the whole time, dude.
Right.
And it's not easy. Like, I was a stay-at-home dad for the first, like, 2.5 years of my son.
Right.
And that is not, like, shout out to all the stay-at-home moms, dude. Right. Like, that is not an easy job.
And if you guys checked out the last episode that Cricchi was on, and I was able to pepper in kind of some of Cricchi's past, his son is definitely his son. His son is he's not a little bit to deal with. He's a rambunctious young country boy that's out riding dirt bikes and fucking getting after it and all that shit. So to think of, dude, of your wife and your mom, that, you know what I mean, to believe in you that much, and to hear what Merkules said, and you know what I mean, like, that's God, bro. That's a God moment.
I agree 100%.
You know what I mean? And I think it would be easy for Merk to look into your eyes and be like, see himself in you, and it's like, yo. And so, bro, I was honored to be, you know, we talked pretty much every day that you were out there on the road. And
I was long driving, baby. I was on the phone a lot. Yeah.
And so then at that point, I head out to California.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going out there with my crew and doing all that stuff. But I'm away from the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm away from my dogs, which those are my kids. And so you and I feel like kind of shared this kind of moment where it's like we're out, we're living the dream, we're doing what we want to do and all that stuff. But at this stage in my life, I'm 42 years old. I'm very much a homebody. I want to be next to my wife. I want to be next to my dogs. I go to bed early. I wake up early. You know what I mean? I'm used to my home and all that stuff. So it's not easy.
No.
And you took a bigger leap of faith than I did, bro. You threw all your fucking merch in the back of a fucking rental car and just went.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I took a plane
I didn't even have enough money when I left. I showed Merk the screenshot. Like, I had literally $10 in one account and $9 in my other account.
Bro, this is
all the money I had.
This is the shit that some young rapper is gonna read about you years from now, and the source of, like,
probably.
this is what it takes, because this is the moment that you and I talk about so much, and I talk about on the show, but that moment where you realize, or you transition of, like, I'm all in on myself.
Yeah.
I am building something. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, who believes in it.
Yeah.
And we talked about on the last episode, it's cool to be a rapper when you're 16, 17 years old, but mid-30s with a wife and kids at home and stuff like that, people don't think it's cool anymore.
I'm 30, but
all right. When you're in your late 30s, bro, and you're having a hard time holding on to your hairline, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It is.
Dude, listen, bro. Listen, I show the podcast, brother. Listen, we can dock a PlayStation controller straight. Listen, if your controller is dying mid-game, bro, and you take off your hat and you're dadded out like this, bro, you can play and charge your stuff. All right? Listen, look, I didn't know if I might just leave it off now. Oh, God. All right. What the fuck are we talking about?
Who cares? That's how I knew you were going to. That's how when we first met, I knew you were going to be my boy. Because we did that video, and I was like, bro, I ain't started roasting you yet, but I'm 42, and I've already embraced the fact that I have no hair or whatever. I was like, you're trying to hold on to something you ain't got, bro. And you went with the PlayStation controller shit. Had me fucking dying.
I mean, when it dies mid-game, you can't dock up, dude. You got to just hold her above your head, bro. It lines up perfect, genuinely. For real.
You got to take a picture.
It lines up perfect, bro. It lines up so perfect.
That's real shit right there. Real shit.
Real shit.
You know, shout out to your wife and your mom and your kids and everything like that. So what I've been waiting to ask you this, and I haven't asked you on the phone, and I wanted to ask you on the show, but every rapper, musician, whatever, I would imagine it's not the ultimate goal, but the goal, get out there on the road.
Yeah.
Get out there touring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you finally get it, bro.
Yeah.
You get asked to go on the full tour. He's telling you could be at every date, but you're still kind of on your own doing all this.
Yeah,
but
literally on my own.
Right.
Like I was by myself traveling. I had no one with me for the first 7 or 8 cities.
Yeah. But to finally be living that life and being out there doing what you want to do. But I'm sure when you originally had this dream, you weren't married. You didn't have kids. You didn't have the financial burdens that you did. It was just you and only you.
Yeah.
So it's no problem if you got to sleep on a couch or fucking use your whatever money for gas for you to get out there. But so what was it like for you to actually be out there on the road, living that dream, but also to have the family back there and be away from them?
It's such a catch, man. I actually posted a video at some point in the tour. It's on my Instagram still of me just having an emotional moment where I was just kind of I think people misinterpreted it for me being upset or depressed, when in actuality it was just years of emotion that I had never let out or never sat in or never tried to walk through. It was all those emotions of is this going to work out? Is this going to be okay? Am I going to make it somewhere? Will I ever go on tour? All those doubts and self-doubt and all those things were just silenced. And I feel like in that moment, I realized that it's all possible. It's all so possible. You just have to keep going. And it was super emotional, man, because it's you're out living your dream and you're out doing the things that you always dreamed of doing, and you're gaining traction, you're building momentum, you're doing all these things that you've been trying to do, and it's happening at an extremely fast pace. Which is how my mind works. So it felt like I was right at home, but at the same time, it's I tried to FaceTime my son, I think the 3rd day gone, and he wouldn't talk to me. He didn't want to. He was upset that I was gone, so he didn't my wife would put the phone towards him and he'd run and hide. And that was a killer. And then my daughter kissing the phone screen, that was a killer. And it's just it's such a catch because I'm watching my kids grow through this screen on my phone. My daughter got her first 2 teeth while I was gone, and so it's it's one of those things where you got to think to yourself, is this worth it, right? And the thing that I always tell myself is, what type of example am I setting for my son if I just let this go? Mm-hmm. If I'm this is the biggest dream I've ever had, that's very obvious if you look at the work ethic and the money that I put into it. This is my goal in life. And it's what would I be teaching him if I just stopped?
Right.
If I was I just quit. And then he gets older and he's Dad, why'd you stop music? It's I had you guys and and da-da-da-da-da.
Same
like,
as every story, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's like, no, like I want him to know that you don't have to be the same as every other story. Like you don't have to do what other people are doing. Like you can chase whatever dream you want to chase. I will be fully supportive of that. And there's like nothing that can get in your way. The only thing that can get in your way is you. That's it. Like that's your only obstacle 10 out of 10 times. Like all the outside noise is irrelevant when you're in your own mind, you know? And you're trying to chase a goal like that. So I hope to one day inspire him through all that, you know. I know that he'll never forget me being gone for 4 weeks. That was the longest I'd ever been away from shit. I think even my wife since I met her. But it was so worth it, man. It was so worth it, bro. It's like, man, there were so many wild things that happened on that tour too, you know. So it was. Yeah, I can't even grasp it all, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure you're still processing. It was a lot.
No, for sure. Sitting here talking about it, I'm like, man, dude, like there's so much I didn't even process through, dude. Like
when you got back, and I want to go back to you on the tour, but when you got back home, you were right back into dad mode. It was right back into dad mode.
Yeah, you called me. Like,
right back into dad mode.
Yeah, literally. I had a baby in my lap, and I was, which is also a crazy feeling, right? Because you get off that tour and I'm on this high of like I want to keep creating and then you go back home, and I kind of got into like a little bit of a slump mentally because it was like I wanted to do so much.
Yeah.
But then you get back home and you have your kids and your wife and responsibilities, and it's like I think that's why I want the dream as fast as I want it, because I want to be able to just focus on creating, spend time with my kids, and then do what I have to do footwork wise. It's difficult when you gotta like go work at the dirt bike track, go do a handyman service job, go transport somebody, and then you're trying to find time to get in the studio because you have to make the money to support the family. So it's like yeah, bro, it's wild. It's a wild thing, and it kind of put me in a slump. You know what I mean? Because it was like every time I go to create, my son would come back and be like, "Hey, Daddy, like let's go do this," and I never want to be the dad that's like, "Hey, I'm working, go away." So I usually always try to pause and go do whatever he's asking to do, or tell him like, "Hey, give me a little bit of time." But I found that happening so much when I got home because he just wanted to spend time with me, and my wife did, but I was like on a creative high. It was an odd thing. It was really weird, and it was also unique because I was learning to find balance. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, if I want this to be my whole life, I need to find out how to properly navigate these situations. So when I come back, I'm not feeling like I'm in a slump, right? Like I ate shitty food for weeks, which very well. I do not eat bad food, drink bad drinks. Like I'm kind of health conscious in the aspect of like what I put into my body. Yeah. It was just, you know what I mean? Just up and down type of thing, mentally, physically, all of that.
Right. I remember, I was going to go somewhere with you coming back, but I remember, first of all, your music is special. And I'm not saying, it's crazy to sit there across from my boy who's like one of my closest friends to be able to say that, because normally you got that friend that does the thing and you support them because they do the thing. Yeah. But like, bro, you're special at what you do.
Thank you.
And your fucking music hits me in a different way, obviously, because a lot of that, we've lived a lot of the same type of stuff, especially in addiction and stuff like that. But like, I had this moment where I was on a long drive. I was out in California. I was going to meet with somebody, and like it was a big meeting for me. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there getting myself all hyped up, and your music has become kind of my soundtrack for that. Hell and so, bro, I'm listening to "Waited to Breathe," and anybody that hasn't heard that song needs to fucking don't stop this right now. But as soon as this episode's done, go listen to that shit. Bro. But bro, that song just hits me in a different fucking way. And when I've always said like the power of speaking for me. I knew when I'm able to get up on the stage and I'm able to speak and provoke emotion out of people, and they cry or they laugh, you know what I mean? Understanding that you have that ability with spoken word. Not everybody has that. True. And the same thing with music. Not everybody has that ability to do that. And bro, like you provoked emotion out of me so much to where I called you. Yeah. And I'm fucking crying my eyes out. Like, bro, like, thank you. Thank you for what you do. Bro, I needed it, you know what I mean? And it like helped me. It opened the floodgates for me and helped me purge a lot of shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying I called and trauma dumped on you, but more it was like, yo, thank you for being my fucking dude.
That's what
thank
it's
you,
about, though, bro.
Thank you for being on this fucking journey, you know what I mean? And it's cool how we met. You know, God works in crazy ways, bro, and brought us together at this certain time, just as we're about to go on this fucking journey together.
Yeah.
So it was really cool and very, it was very comfortable knowing I had somebody else out there that was doing that.
Man.
The one thing I wanted to go back to about the depression thing you were saying, I experienced the exact same thing when I did my 100-mile race.
Yeah.
And so I got done with my 100-mile race and I got back home, bro, and I hit this dump.
Yeah.
Serotonin and dopamine dump. My body's broken down. And then it's like, I just accomplished the biggest thing I've ever accomplished. But the way I'm programmed, it's like, all right, what's next? What's next?
Same. Yeah.
But I just did a fucking 100-mile race. Yeah. Like, what do I got to do bigger than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to even start to think about, like, what's the next step up from this?
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking running races. You know, do I got to do a 200-miler now? Do I got to do this? And that's a monumental thing to just, like, just finish 100. Let's do 2 now.
Yeah.
And so then I go through this fucking weird up and down. It was like, do I even still want to run?
Yeah.
Like, is this what I want to do? And it was like needing that time. I remember you and I talking about it. It's like we needed to come back. Our brain needed to level off.
Yeah.
Our brains aren't used to jacking our fucking dopamine up like that.
Yeah.
Like it did hit it. And so it's like understand how to navigate that and find that balance of like, running can't be my end-all be-all with this.
Absolutely.
This race can't be my end-all be-all. I got to have balance with it. So.
I think it's also trying to duplicate it. Like, I found myself in many moments after I got home trying to duplicate the feeling of, like, the energy that I had when I was on that tour. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean, like, in a physical sense, because, trust me, I lacked energy on that tour. Like, between the food and the lack of sleep.
Bro,
like,
you were sick. You had sinus infections.
Dude, I mean, that tour, genuinely, there were so many ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like from when I got sick, I like slept in my car the first night or two, or I think it was first 2 nights. Woke up, my vocals were trashed from sleeping in the car. So I was like, oh God, I can't do this. Like, I gotta figure out something different. So started staying in like cheap motels. I'm pretty sure I was like a door down from the crack dealer one night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like cheap hotels. I would wake up and like I stayed in one, woke up and felt stuffy, and I was like, maybe it's just from the car the night before. Stayed in another one, woke up even worse. That's when I got the sinus infection. I'm pretty sure there was like mold in the room or something. And I was like, damn, bro, like this is killing my vocals.
Yeah.
So luckily, Prescription ended up coming on the tour with me as my DJ, tour manager.
Beast.
Just absolute animal. Beast. Yeah, animal. Great guy too.
I got a little interview with him we're gonna drop with this episode.
Hell yeah. Definitely shout out to Prescription, man. PIR. Got to spell it wrong to spell it right. So, but yeah, he came on the tour and had a hotel situation that helped me out extremely. You know, to where it was like we were staying in good hotels for a good price. Affordable, you know. So yeah,
good shit.
That helped a ton. Yeah.
So looking back now, where you're sitting, looking back on the tour, if you had your one moment, like what is your favorite moment of all on tour?
Man, honestly, bro, I think it was just building that relationship with Merk. Like he's such a good dude and such a genuine dude. And I think a lot of people look at him for who he is musically and notoriety wise, you know, and not that many people look at him for like who he is just as a human being. Mm-hmm. Like without the followers, without the rap, without any of that, you know what I mean? And I think to be able to get around someone that I'd looked up to for so long and see who they were as a human being really just changes your perspective. It lets you know that it's okay not to be perfect. It lets you know that, you know, you're kind of normal in a way. Like all the things that I've been feeling, all the self-doubt, all the, you know, all those things are normal, and it boosts confidence. Like we sat in the tour bus and listened to a bunch of his unreleased music. He's got a new song coming out with Honest Dave here soon, and like I heard that before it got released. Heard some stuff with Cameron Whitcomb, who's also absolute legend. Love to work with him, but like just sitting in that environment and listening to that stuff and being around his team in general was an amazing moment, and I got so close to all of them, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got so close to all of them. Yeah, him calling me on stage was probably.
That's what I thought you were gonna.
That was well. I musically that was definitely the high note. Personally, the high note was just being able kicking it and spend some normal time around him. Yeah, man. I think that was a personal high note, but definitely musically, him calling me on stage, introducing me to his fans, and then also like putting a stamp on like, hey, I really believe in this dude. Like, and then when he told me, I was behind the curtain, and he was like, we definitely got some more music coming out together. And I was like, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. You know what I mean? Let's go, dude.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, dude, it was all a high note. Right. You know, I don't think there was one bad part about it. I mean, my emotions got to me that one day, and I let them out, and I posted it specifically because I feel like in those moments is when people quit.
Yes.
Like that exact moment when I was sitting there just like in tears, not knowing like my kids, like should I just go home and be a dad? Should I keep doing this? What should I do? I feel like those are the moments when people make the wrong decision. And they're like, I should go back and just do what's comfortable. And I didn't at all. Like literally 2 hours after that, I was in front of 300-something people, you know, with lights in the air, waving back and forth, people singing my songs, buying merch, signing stuff. One girl got my signature tattooed on her, which is crazy.
Shut up.
Yeah, dude.
Shut
up. 2 people did. One person got a Say Let's Do More tattoo on their hand. Yeah, with my signature right under it. And then a girl who I signed like the back of her arm right here, got it tattooed on her as well.
No shit.
It's crazy, bro.
Damn.
Crazy. That's so awesome, though. That's dope. And we're locked in for life. If y'all are watching this, you're the fam, dude. Let's go.
Yeah. Bro, that's special.
It is.
See, you don't get that unless you touch people's souls, bro.
And that's all I've ever wanted to do. Like, all I've ever wanted to do was make the music, but I hope it lands where it needs to land. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers are cool, man, but like if there was a chart for like streams, listens, and all the way at the bottom was like people you've helped, like that would be the number I watch the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And you say it on stage, and I think your vulnerability up there on stage, a lot of what my messaging has been speaking, especially within the recovery community, is getting people to understand that our stories reach so much farther than just the recovery community.
Yeah.
Because I've come to realize, like, we do the Thursday night meeting every night, the redemption meeting, and it's a mixture of people in recovery and a mixture of regular, everyday people, but all have been through adversity. We're all recovering from something.
Yes.
But the one thing you continue to realize more and more is that we addicts are so used to sitting around in circles and sitting in meetings and treatment and all that and talking about our deepest, darkest shit. Yeah. Regular people aren't used to that. And so when you're willing to open up and talk about your stuff, it opens the floodgates for everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what you do on stage. When you sit there and talk about it, I hope this helps one person. You talk about, you don't just go up there and spit lyrics. Like, you let people know where the song came from, where you were at when you wrote this song.
Yeah.
And you could feel it. You could feel it through the lyrics and everything like that. So when you start to realize that your story can translate through the recovery world, through everyday life, out to the people who fucking need it, and then find me anybody in that crowd who isn't directly tied to an addict or somebody that's suffering in some sort of way, that's when you really start understanding of like, damn, like you can impact the world with this shit.
I think that's why it went so good, like being on the Merc tour, because he talks about all those same things where it's like he speaks about the stuff that no one else is willing to speak on. And I do the same, and it's not because I want to be different. It's just because I deal with this shit every day. Like, well, I deal with depression all the time. Like, I can't tell you how many days out of a week I wake up and I'm just like, I don't even want to get up. You know what I mean? And then you get up and get going and you're fine. But it's like, nobody talks about that stuff. And as men, it's like we're considered, you know, soft or like not, if we start talking about that type of stuff in a lot of people's eyes, right? Like in the surroundings and people that I came from before getting my life together, like all those people would laugh at me and call me a bitch if I was, you know, crying on an Instagram video. But it's like now I just choose to lean on it. It's who I am. I'm an emotional person. Like I have emotions. I'm a human being. And it's like when you speak on that, I feel like, let me put it in perspective, right? So this is just an idea that I had, and it's stuck with me ever since. And I think one day it'll come in handy. Maybe it's right now. So like, think about the world and think about how separated everything is right now. You got left, you got right, you got this and that, this politic, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's just kind of like, at war with each other unwittingly right now, right? And it's because they feel like they can't relate. They feel like they can't relate to this side or this ideology or this perspective or this point of view. And it's like, we could extinguish all of that, get rid of all of that, and everyone could relate to everybody if we just talked about pain.
Yeah.
Like, pain is something that we all have, every single person. Not every person has love in their heart. They may not be at that point yet. Not every person has trust in their heart. They may not be there yet. But we all have pain, bro. And if we just sat down and said something about our pain in a room full of 100 people, I guarantee you almost every person in that room would be like, I felt something kind of similar to that before. And it's like, I truly believe that pain is the mending of the world. You just have to be willing to talk about it.
Yeah. Dude, hands down.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Bro, when I was out in so as I was out in California, I had a bunch of different things going on, but the very, very last night was kind of crazy. So we go, and I'm told that evening I'm going to speak at this like meeting or whatever, and I'm like, all right, cool, no problem, do it all the time. And so that morning, I remember I had the whole crew with me, and we were going on an 8-mile hike in the afternoon before the evening thing. And so I was like, all right, hike. I like running and stuff like that. And so me and little Amy, we decided we were gonna go run hills. And so we're out in Chino Hills, and we're running all these hills. We could do 8 miles of hills. Then we go link up with the crew, and we go on this 8-mile hike. I was not prepared for this 8-mile hike, dude. It was 8 miles straight the fuck up. and then we get out there and
8 miles on the Stairmaster.
Dude, that's what it was. And then I was like, I may have been sleeping on this hike a little bit. And then so we go there, and then there's this like last mountain, and then me and Monster Mike's there, and so me, him, and his girl Wendy, we go up to the very tippy top, and we have this very special moment and say a prayer, and great day, but been out in the sun all day, had done 16 miles on all these hills.
Yeah.
And so I'm drained from the fucking day. I've been out in the sun. And so now it's evening time. I'm showered up, and we're driving, and we're going to this speaking thing that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, man, I'm dragging ass. And so I was like, pull over, let me grab an energy drink real quick. I don't drink energy drinks a lot. I grab a C4. It was just what was there.
God. Yeah.
I slammed that bitch. We're driving, bro, and after about 5 minutes, we get there, and we turn the corner, bro, and I was not fucking prepared for the type of – well, at the time and then what I saw, right? I'm expecting we're going to, like, a meeting.
Yeah.
Like your typical AA meeting, motherfuckers out there, juggy buggies, big books, the whole nine is what I'm thinking. Bro, we turn the corner, and it is a fucking block party. There is 300 face-tatted fucking – LA, like, you know what I mean? I think we were in Anaheim or whatever, but it was like California, like street motherfuckers. Yeah. Like, there's a biker gang lined up out front. There's 4 tables. They're giving tattoos. Bro, it's like if I would have plopped you down in this and it's, you know what I mean, evening time, you're like, how the fuck isn't this shut down right now? Like, we're in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Bro, it was bumping. And we turned the corner, bro, and my heart rate just goes, brrr. And I was like, and I don't usually get nervous to speak anywhere or anything, but I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Bro. And I
prepped for this one.
Bro, and I'm like taking my time getting out of the car, and everybody's like, are you ready? Are you going? And I was like, you guys go ahead. You guys go ahead, bro. And I had to like take a lap. It was on a dead end, so I had to like go down to the dead end and take this walk and like try to collect myself. But bro, it was one of the livest fucking meetings I'd ever been to. It's a place called Magic House out in Anaheim. Yeah. There's my boy Fosto linked me up there, and there's a gentleman named the Chief. Dude's, I want to say he's in his 70s. He started a whole bunch of churches around the country, but dude, old gangster, face tatted up. It was a wild fucking meeting, and I was nervous as shit until the moment, like when I went on stage, and it was like I got up there and it was like, wait a minute, these are my fucking people, you know. And so
I belong here type thing.
Yeah. And so I definitely leaned in to letting them know that I had just chugged an energy drink and how I'd come around the corner and saw that, and they all got a big kick out of it. But ended up being one of the coolest speaking things I had ever done. But back to your point is like us sharing that pain, us getting up there, being willing to be vulnerable, being willing to talk about our stuff is what
fighting
draws.
through the anxiety, man. Most people don't understand what that feels like.
Right.
That's like literally a war.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, bro, man, I hope anybody listening to this can take what we're saying, and take it and apply it to everyday life. Because so many times we're able to sit here right now and talk about some of the best experiences that have happened in our adult lives.
Yeah.
Right now. But so many times throughout both of these experiences, we were hit with tremendous anxiety, everything telling you to be comfortable and go back to what you were doing before, and all that shit. But that whole tour would have never happened had that happened.
Absolutely.
My whole experience out in California would have never happened. None of these things would ever happen had we not walked through that anxiety.
Yeah.
And so, like, my mission with everything I do with I Am Redemption, or the Redemption crew, or the messaging and all that stuff, is trying to help build people to believe in themselves enough to go fucking work out, go put yourself around good fucking people, invest in yourself. Stop building for everybody else. Build something for your fucking self.
Yeah.
It is the most freeing and rewarding thing I've ever fucking done. And bro,
even with the struggles.
Yeah, that's what makes it what it is, bro. It's that's being able to walk through it, and you hit these roadblocks where we say most people would quit.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, I've fucking been here before.
I love this shit.
Yeah.
I thrive in these times.
These are when things happen.
Yeah.
These are when things happen.
That's what I said. I don't know if you saw the story I posted on Instagram the other day, but like after I got back, the funds were super low.
Right.
And then it's like my truck broke. Had to spend over $1,000 on my truck. I'm like, damn, I'm really getting broke now. Got the truck back. They didn't fix it all the way. Had to take it back, spend more money. I'm like genuinely broke. And I posted a story on Instagram, and I was like, bro, like, I want people to know that, like, in these hard moments where it feels like you're down and you just keep getting kicked, I straight up said, like, this is when I get excited. Like, it's a bad time for me, but I'm excited. Because every single time that I feel like it can't get any worse, it goes so good and gets so much better on the other side. Like, if I just keep going and keep a positive attitude, the results of this will be more than, like, if I could paint a perfect picture and be like, this is where I want to be, it's always better than the picture I painted in my mind. You know what I mean?
I don't know the saying that goes along with that, but it's like pain is love. Fucking basically, like, there's no beauty without struggle or whatever. But those moments mean what they mean because of the struggle.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You realize what you've overcome. You realize what you've done, walked through.
That's what all them tears were about in that post, man. Like, I just couldn't even.
Yeah, I don't think anybody I saw that post. I don't think anybody took that post as you whining or anything like that. Like, I saw that I saw that as a strong thing for a fucking man to do, bro.
Some people just, checked up on me and things like that, which I totally understand. But I think some people just saw it like it was a long video. Even when I posted it, Instagram was like, we're not going to show this to new people. The video's too long. And I was like, I don't even care. Like,
is that what it said?
Yeah. Literally told me that because it was like, I want to say it was like a 3-minute video or something.
I thought they do 10-minute videos now. Or
they do, but it won't show it it won't push it out to non-followers. Like, it just pushes it to followers. But yeah, I didn't even care. I was like, whatever. Like, hopefully it helps one person.
Yeah,
that's a goal of everything. Yeah, you can just help a little bit. That'd be awesome, dude. Funny time on tour. Something made me think of this. I gotta tell you the story. So listen. So we're where were we? We were in Missouri, I think, Springfield, Missouri, I want to say. And I had to pee so bad, bro. It's before the show, right? So I'm in the green room chilling, and somebody else is in the bathroom in the green room. I think Ryan's DJ or someone was in there, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll just go find the other bathroom. So I went out to the bathroom, and I'm like standing in the bathroom waiting to use the toilet because there's a line, and there's probably like 10 guys in the bathroom or something, and I walked in there and I was like, y'all ready for a good show? Just like asking them if they're ready for a good show. And then I walked out of the bathroom after peeing, and I was like, fuck, like that probably wasn't the best place to be like, are y'all ready for a good show? Everybody looked at me and nobody said shit. Like, nobody. So when I got on stage later, I was like, hey, to like the 10 guys that were in the bathroom earlier, I just want to let you know that I now realize that in the bathroom probably is not the best place to ask if you're ready for a great show. Everybody turned around. Everybody turned around and looked at me so fucked up when I said that, bro. Like, I was just like, all right, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's still early. It took me a second to connect with what you were saying, but now I get being in the bathroom and asking everybody.
Like I'm like walking in the bathroom, hand on my zipper, like, y'all ready for a good show or what, dude?
Were they dying? Were they dying laughing in the crowd?
No, well, yeah. When I got on stage, I said that they were, but when I was in the bathroom, the tatted up Hell's Angels in there were not fucking laughing.
Yeah.
You know, they were looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?"
Right.
They didn't know I was about to get on stage. You know.
Did the the gentlemen that were part of the biker club that was at the event? We showed up, and you know, when the Redemption crew kind of got formed, or when we all kind of came together, we did this one workout we did a video with, and it was at a local gym called the Factory in Buda, and their whole colors are lime green and black.
Yeah.
And so when I went out there, I made us all shirts. You know, everybody wanted Redemption crew shirts, and so I made them black, white, and lime green.
Hell yeah.
And we show up in that particular biker club that happened to be their colors. And so we show up, and I'm like, "Fuck, am I gonna get in trouble?" Like, bro, we're in California.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm in Texas.
Yeah,
I don't know what they do with the color shit out there, but I know you don't want to get caught in the wrong neighborhood wearing the wrong colors. I know that much. And so I'm like, "Fuck, are we gonna get into some shit?" And so they had me like by the stage to get ready to go up, and it just happened to be right by them.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, you know, they're sober dudes. I ended up getting to know them, great guys, but at first, I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, just trying to make small talk. They were not fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, man, am I about to be in some shit because of wearing these colors?" And then a large part of the crew that we had with us was predominantly females.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" Like,
you're in trouble.
Yeah. Fuck. But I got up on stage and I spoke and I kind of did my thing and I came down off, and I think they knew a little bit more about me, so they were cool as fans after that. And then I was just back out there recently, and they were cool as fuck and all that. But I remember talking to them, and I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous walking in here. You know, we were wearing the lime green and black." And he's like, "Bro, you're wearing our colors. You're good." And I was like, "All right, man."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, we're out here trying to make friends, not enemies."
Dude, I think people put the wrong face on motorcycle clubs. Like there was HA in almost every show. At Merk's.
Really?
At almost every single show.
No
there
shit.
might have been 2 where they weren't there in that city.
Interesting.
And dude, I hung out with them every time, and like every time they'd be like, "Hey, come back to the clubhouse, like party with us, da 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 da." And I tell them like, you know, I don't really party. Like, I'll probably go back to the hotel and crash. They're like, "Oh, well, next time you're in town, let us know. We'll escort you." And it's like, that's fucking fire. That's dope. Yeah. But on top of that, they're just good people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there wasn't, when I was loading my merch out the door, it was like those dudes would grab a box and throw it on, or they're just good people. And people put this thing on them because they wear a vest and fly colors and da 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 da. And it's like, bro, like if you're in AA and recovery, you do the same thing. It's just a little bit different. You don't ride a motorcycle and you're on recovery journey. Like, these dudes are on a journey of brotherhood. They ride together. Like, that may feel like the purpose to them, and like that, you know, that's cool. So they're good people.
I've always been fascinated with the culture.
Yeah,
I've always been fascinated with the culture because if you know anything about it, it stemmed from veterans coming back and seeking camaraderie and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I even watched that new what was that movie with Tom Hardy, Bikers,
I don't think I've seen it, but I know
the
what
Bike Riders or whatever it was called. It's very good. It's a very good movie, but it kind of shows kind of the origin of all that in a lot of ways. So I've always been fascinated with it. I just remember going back to addiction. I ended up accidentally in Texas in a Banditos bar.
Oh, God.
And one of the dudes was wearing a beret, and I thought because he was wearing a beret, he must be a veteran.
Yeah.
And so I went up and tried chatting him up, and he was not trying to chat with me.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I think they feel misunderstood too, though. I think that's why it's cold shoulder a lot of times, because a lot of people just put that label on them, like they're not good dudes or not good people, when they genuinely are. Like, they probably save your child and give the shirt off their back to help you, but it's, you put that label on them, and you know.
Do you remember when the shit popped off in Waco at the Twin Peaks?
All the gangster rappers need to pay attention to how that went.
Yeah.
All right, you don't, dude. How many people got shot at that?
I don't know the numbers, but I was literally...
A bunch of people got shot. Nobody went to jail. Not a single person went to jail.
Right.
Nobody said anything.
Right.
Everybody was quiet.
Yeah.
And then you got your favorite gangster rapper on the television that, you know, accidentally shot somebody and fucking told on 10 people. Like, he sold me the bullets, he sold me the gun, he sold me the clip. Right. It's like, damn, bro.
Dude, I was driving through Waco to go pick up dope and addiction as that was going on.
Oh,
like
really?
All the police over there off to the
Yeah.
left, like I'd pass by it every time to go get dope.
Yeah.
I remember that happened. And then not long after that, I remember I was, this was towards the very end of my run, before I would start to try to get sober, but I was in trouble with the law, all these different things. And I remember I'm laying in bed one night, and I got woken up, and I heard this loud boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
banging. And I woke up like, what the fuck is that? And just when I woke up, I hear, and all this glass shattered. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then in no time, I hear boop, boop, boop. And I stayed at the top of the steps to the right in the master bedroom of this house.
Yeah.
There were other roommates. And I remember waking up, and as fast as I could stand up, a dude with a mask came to the door. I saw he had a gun in his hand, and I just remember going for his hand and trying to like hold it back.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to shoot me, but he was trying to knock me out with that shit. And
Yeah.
I remember him clipping me in the head, and he's screaming like, give me the money, give me the money. And I was like, what money? I'm a fucking heroin addict. I don't got no fucking
bro.
money. Who told you I have money?
Yeah, bro.
You're trying to rob a fucking dope fiend right now. And bro, I just remember struggling, and I remember going, yo, and I'm trying to wake my roommates up. They had to have heard all this, but these motherfuckers ain't about that life. They're not stepping out of the room at all.
Out.
And so I remember us struggling for like a very brief time, and him trying to fucking hit me, and then he couldn't get anything, and so he ended up dipping out. And it turns out he took a chair and fucking broke into the back sliding glass door, which, bro, that's
a pricey item to fix
some
too.
thick ass shit.
Yeah.
And I just remember I was like, bro, this is.
I've ran into those full speed as a child.
As a what?
As a child. For real, we had one on our basement. I used to come running down the hill, and sometimes it'd be fucking freshly Windexed. You know?
That explains so much.
Boom! Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that's why I am this way.
That's why the hairline ended up the way it did.
Dude, it knocked that bitch back, buddy. Knocked it back. Maybe if I run into another one, it'll fix it.
But I remember that being around the time where it's like, yo, it's about time to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
That was about the time where I knew I was done with that kind of life.
Yeah.
When you can't even feel safe in your home because that shit's getting broken into.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
I feel that. People shot up my mom's house while she was living at it. That was a big part of.
Yeah, there ain't nothing I ever got in that lifestyle that's worth that.
No.
Ever.
No. I got a lot of. I'll tell you something else. I don't know what made me say this, but I know talking about that made me think of it. Like, I got a lot of shit to mend with my mom, too. Like, I was thinking about it on tour, and I'm just like, and that one night we had that group. Yeah. Like, I love my mom to death, bro. She's been a huge supporter, you know. She's just, you know, in an odd way, I think. And I got to find a way to help that. That was totally off topic, but it came to my mind. You know, and it's been weighing heavy on me because it's like I can't seem to find it in myself to not be frustrated. It's like, you fucking saw me go through it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But
yeah, bro. But the one thing you know about, you know, we all have our struggles and we all go through our ups and downs, and who knows what happened before you even came along, whatever trauma she's dealing with. You know,
I think a lot of it is me because it's like, I mean,
that's what we do though. I'm not saying some of it's not, but I'm sure there's things before that you don't know about. You know what I mean? That's what we do. We put it all on ourselves.
Yeah. Well, she definitely, you know, drank her fair share beforehand, but when I started doing shit like having random seizures in front of her, or like, you know, taking money from her, overdosing in the bathtub, and her finding me with her best friend whose husband is the head of the SWAT team in our county. It's like I put her through a ton, man, and I don't like making amends. I said sorry, you know what I mean? But it was always, she didn't live here at the time, so it was always like over a phone call or like a visit or something like that. And I think there's just, you know, I gotta find a way to mend those things because I feel like a lot of her pain and stuff comes from the fact that I just haven't addressed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I have a feeling that you're very much doing a living amends right now. The fact fact that she's been able to, and I don't want to put your personal business out there, but
no, for sure.
The fact that, you know, she's been able to be with you now, The fact that she knows you're good.
Yeah.
That she's watching you chase a dream and fucking not quit, not give up on it, and go achieve that shit.
Yeah.
You bought a fucking house. You have your own fucking land.
Yeah.
You have 2 beautiful kids.
That's a crazy thing to think about.
Bro, like, I always want, like, right now, if we pull this as a clip, I'm going to go back to that picture of you fucking stiff as a board on a fucking bench, homeless as fuck.
Yeah.
Weighing half of what you do now.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine, bro, she wakes up every day and takes a look and we're like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. My biggest problem though is always I want to take everybody with me and I want to fix everybody. So like my mom was somebody that's been there since day one, and it's like I just so badly want people to feel happy, you know, appreciated, loved, fucking not feeling like they need to do something like drink every day or do whatever, you know, whatever your vice is. Like, you know, I don't want you to feel like you need that type of thing.
Well, bro, luckily we're in a world where we're tied in with some resources and shit like that to be able to get some people to help.
Yeah.
So if I can ever help you in any form or fashion, that way you say the fucking word.
I appreciate it, bro. It's just a matter of being ready, you know.
100%. So what do you got going right now? I do know that you're dropping new music basically every Friday right now, right?
Every Friday, yeah.
So what's on the horizon for Cricchi? What are you working on right now?
So we got a show in Dallas, August 8th. We got a show in Grand Junction, Colorado, August 2nd. And then I have a hometown show, November 22nd. It's my first time going home since I've left. I mean, I've been there to like see family, but very secretively. Like I never, you know, this is like the first promoted going back home thing. So it's been dope to feel the love off that. You know what I mean? Like seeing all the people that I've inspired back home and seeing all the like that's been amazing. So that's one of the big things I got going right now. I'm 99% sure me and Merk got some more stuff coming out. I think it's going to be one of his songs that I'm on, which will be amazing. Me and Gringo got more stuff coming out. Yeah, the singles every Friday. And, man, I got this one song. I think I sent it to you. Excuse me. I think I sent it to you. It's called Who Am I? Mm-hmm. And, man, I don't know. There's something special about it. Like every time I listen to it back, I'm just like, this is like, it's like somebody put a whole different version of me inside myself. I went and recorded that song, and then I was like back to myself, because I can literally listen to that song all day and not even feel like I'm the one that did it. It's kind of crazy, but I can't wait for that song to drop. There's going to be a big rollout for that. I'll probably try to get some type of PR firm to help me. I believe in all my music, but like that song is something I strongly believe in, and I also strongly believe that it'll be able to help people more than a lot of other songs, you know. So yeah, that's a big one. Man, we got a lot going on. Album at some point this year. We'll do that. So
maybe doing some music for the movie.
Oh, that's listen, bro. I'm gonna put together a folder that will blow your mind.
No, I believe you.
I have a lot of unreleased. I have a lot of stuff to pick through. I have a lot of things set aside for that. You know what I mean?
I showed Andrew, the director, who you were, a couple of your songs like that, and he dove head first in, and he was like, "Yo, can we get his music in the movie?" I was like, "Yes, we absolutely."
Yeah, 100%. I think. For me though, that's something that's important to me, and it's something that means a lot to me, and it's something that I'm taking serious. So that's why, like, if somebody pays me for a feature, I knock the feature out in a day and I send it back. That's more than that to me. Like, I can rap anytime I want, but when it comes to setting a scene or genuinely reaching somebody, or something like your movie where it's like, you're putting your life into this, like, I take that equally as serious, which is why it's like taking me time to build that thing, because I don't want it to be like every other song. I don't want it to sound like anything. I want people to know that song is like, hey, that's the song from that movie, versus like, hey, that movie has that song in it. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to add to what you already have going on, versus just, you know, kind of being there.
Bro, I'm just, you know, the fact that that's even a thing in my life is already cool enough, but the added benefit of being able to do it with my people, and be able to get people that I love involved, like you and some of the other people we got going, like, That's what makes it fucking special.
Dude, that's what it's about.
I don't want to do this shit by myself.
Bro, that's what it's about, bro. That's why I take Dan, my camera guy, that's why I take him everywhere and do everything, because it's like when I worked with Dan, you could ask any of the people I work with. Ask Careless, ask Bird, ask Dan, ask any of them. When I first started working with them, and once we built a relationship, and I was like, I could be around this person, for the rest of my life, like, and be fine. Like, they're good people.
Yeah.
Once I build that relationship, I straight up tell people, I'm like, dude, look, listen, one day I'm going to be one of the biggest artists in the world, and you are going to be there with me, because you believed when, like, Evan, Careless, believed in me when I had nothing. I was 90 days clean when I met that guy. I barely even had teeth in my mouth, much less anything else to offer. You know what I mean? And he believed in me, bro. He believed in me. Bird, like, there's times where I don't have enough money to go record, and he's like, I don't care, bro. Like, whatever you need to keep going, come take care of it. Dan, it's like if I'm late on something or whatever, like, it doesn't matter. And none of that shit matters to those guys. They just want to see me win. And it's like, people like that, bro, are the people that I cannot wait to get into a position where I'm like, one Instagram post could bring you a year's worth of money. You know what I mean? And it's like, I just want to lift those people up, because they all deserve it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm out here working my ass off. Like, when that time comes for me, like, it's going to come for everybody, because that's how I dreamed it. That's how I pictured it. You know what I mean?
Right. Me too. And that's why we always talk about, and like, always, everything I do, social media, the podcast, everything like that, I talk to people about the importance of the people you choose to surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
If you don't have people like that in your life, you are around the wrong fucking people. They are out here, I promise. Now, if you're somebody that's going through life and you're not trying to put good energy out in the world, you're not trying to help other people, those people do not come into your life. But when you do stuff like that, you and I make connections, you know what I mean? And then now it's just, how do we all fucking win? We all believe in each other. How do we keep pushing?
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, dude. That's the shit.
It is, man. It's a good thing, dude. It's exciting. That tour, I got a taste of what that feels like on the other end. You know what I mean? Like, when Merk was like pulling me on stage and saying, I got a taste of what that felt like, and it was just like, bro, I cannot wait to do this for people. Right. You know what I mean? I can't wait to have that platform to be able to do this for people.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to this and you're looking for those people, like, this is not a shameless plug, but this Thursday night Zoom meeting we got is different. It's not your typical AA meeting or anything like that. It is open to everybody, and it is more. People talk about their problems and overcoming adversity. Cricchi's been on there a number of times, but it is more about how we fucking support each other, how we celebrate each other, and how we understand. Everybody on there understands that they have more power because of their pain, because they have the purpose of using it to help other people, because they have the purpose of opening up and talking about it with other like-minded people. We all understand the power we have. So if you have the opportunity, tune into our meeting on Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Central. I post about it every week, but please tap in, see what it's all about. I promise you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, that's a special thing. You almost would be amazed. Like, I know I was amazed. All 3 times, I think, that I afterwards, and it was just like, it's amazing what you can accomplish when you're not the only mind focusing on it. You know what I mean? Like, there were multiple people giving perspective on certain things, and it's like, everyone's perspective is so different. It allows you to, instead of painting half a picture in your head, it allows you to get this full circle picture of, like, everything that whether it's something you're thinking about or going through, or it puts so many perspectives into your head. It's like so much easier to walk through it. You know what I mean? Community is everything, bro. Everything. And the one you're building is powerful.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. And, dude, thank God we're blessed to live in a time where we can connect on social media. We can connect on, trust me, I've never been excited to hop on a Zoom meeting until this one. Like, the fact I get to go spend Thursday nights with all these. I used to
dread them.
Dude.
Quite literally.
I don't even like, it's hard even right now sitting there like, hey, I got a Zoom meeting, but the shit's fire. Like, if you don't want to.
No, it's amazing.
If you want to.
It's unique, too. You see people. This is what makes it different, I think. You see people coach and take lead a lot. Like, you'll see people like, hey, sign up for my weekly meeting, and I'll teach you how to do this. I'll teach you how to do it. And you don't do that. Yeah. You allow people to help people, which I think is the powerful thing about it. It's not just Shawn's group. You know what I mean? It's redemption group, and it's everybody. Everybody contributes. Everybody has something they want to say. Everybody's ready to help the next person. And that, dude, that's powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's unique as
and
shit.
it's all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's all over the United States. It's like, there's people in LA, there's people in Nashville, people in, like, I remember one guy was having trouble with his brother, and he was like, my brother lives, you know, in X state, and it's like, there were like 3 people in there that was like, oh, I got people there, I got people there, I got people there, whatever you need, let me know. And it's just like, damn, bro, like, that's powerful. Think of how crazy that is. One person says something in a group chat, and now, just because he spoke up in this group of, there might have been like 20 people on there that night, in this group of 20 people, there's already 3 people right at his disposal immediately that are like within arm's reach of who needs help. And it's just like, bro, that is fucking powerful. That's crazy.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Dude, so much so, we have our homegirl MJ, and shout out to MJ. MJ is laying in the hospital right now in LA. I just went out and saw her, but the meeting's so powerful, dude, that from the ICU in the hospital bed, like, her life was on the line, she still was able to call in to the meeting. Bro, tubes coming out of her nose, and she dropped probably the most fire 5 minutes on a Zoom meeting ever. Like, everybody, tears are flowing. And it's like, you don't get that at your average fucking Zoom meeting or even your average in-person meeting. So if people are willing to be fucking literally on their fucking deathbed fighting for their life, and they still feel the need to call into that meeting, like, bro, that's shit. MJ, we fucking love you, girl.
Powerful.
Get out here. We need you.
You know? Powerful.
Brother, I fucking love that we're on this fucking journey together. I fucking love you. I've never, I've told you this many times, but bro, I've never had a friend that I wanted to see win more, just because I see how hard you fucking grind and the passion you put in it. We've shared blood, sweat, and tears, I feel like, in this very short amount of time, bro. So I can't wait to fucking see where you're headed.
Oh, bro, it's all up from here, dude. That tour was what I needed. Like, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but at some point I was like, you know, like, man, maybe I should just make music for fun, and like, not for fun, but like, just keep making music and stop dumping so much money into this shit. And then that tour happened, and it was like, I saw how those people in that crowd reacted to the things I was saying. And it's like, bro, every night I'd have a minimum of like 10 people come up to me and be like, hey man, like, the things you said on stage, like, I want you to know, really touched me, and like, da-da-da. And it's like, bro, how can I stop when there's so many people that need to hear that? Like, there's so many people that need to hear things. There's so many people that need inspiration, that are stuck in this depression, that don't even want to live life. And it's like, bro, I've been there. Like, you are not alone. And I think more than anything, that's what people need to know, is like, you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. And if I end up this huge superstar of an artist, it's like, when you end up. Well, yeah, I say if, because to get to superstardom, like Jelly Roll superstardom, is like, you got to have some machines behind you.
I'll say when for you, then.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. But, you know, I like, when I get there, it's just like, I'll never be that artist that gets so big I hide behind corporate, or I hide behind the label, and I just come out every now and then to say something. It's like, when I get to that spot, like, that's when I'm gonna go 10 times as hard, because it's like, now I have a voice, now I can reach these people, now I can spread the message like a wildfire, versus just having, you know, a few thousand people on Instagram see it. Like, I can really, and dude, I can't wait for those moments, man. Like, people need hope, you know?
They got it, bro. It's coming.
It's on the way.
It's coming.
It's on the way. Every Friday, I actually deliver it.
Please follow Cricchi. Check out his fucking music. He's got a catalog of badass shit. Every song you hear belongs on the fucking radio, I swear.
Thank you.
Bro, keep doing what you're doing. Anything you got coming on, you let me know, and we'll fucking blast it out there.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. November 22nd is what I'm most excited about right now. That's a Maryland show, so.
We gonna be there.
Yeah, bro.
We gonna be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
So you've been here before. You know the way we like to wrap up the show. If you'd be so kind, take a look in your camera and maybe throw out some I am statements that let the people know who you are.
Yeah. I am Cricchi on I Am Redemption. It's pretty funny. Man, I am Cricchi. An artist, a dad, a husband, just kind of a regular guy chasing a dream. And, you know, if I could say anything that I hope reaches somebody, it's Yeah, flawed to perfection. I also am that. But if I could say anything, man, that I hope helps somebody, man, it's just keep going, dude. Keep going. I have scars on my wrist from when I tried to take myself out, scars on my neck from doing bodily harm to myself, just scars on my heart from constantly not even wanting to be here. And I sit in this chair today, a proud father, proud husband, artist, business owner, entrepreneur, dream chaser, man. So it's all possible. It's all possible, dude. From homeless, sleeping behind a dumpster, to sitting in a podcast studio, with records with platinum artists, and dude, it's all fucking possible, bro. Like if I gave you the resume, I don't know what else I have to say. Like it's fucking possible, bro. Like y'all can do it. If I can do it, you can definitely fucking do it. You know what I mean?
This boy doing it with a fucking PlayStation controlling docking station on his forehead.